Hola, bienvenidos y bienvenidas a la orientación virtual de año 12 en el colegio Herts Essex. Hoy vamos a hablar sobre el bachillerato de español. Explicaremos el curso y habrá la oportunidad de hacer una clase de prueba. Primero vamos a presentar al Departamento de Español. Yo me llamo señora Dean. Soy la coordinadora del curso de español para GCSE y bachillerato. Lo que más me apasiona del español es que te da la oportunidad de conocer a tantas culturas diferentes.
Hola, me llamo señorita Parr. Enseño español y francés. Me encanta la gran diversidad de temas que se estudia a lo largo del curso de español. Hace que la asignatura siempre sea divertida y cautivadora. ¡Hasta luego! Hola, me llamo señora Lensley, enseño español y francés y mis módulos favoritos del curso son la igualdad de los derechos y la identidad regional en España. Hola, yo soy señora Maloney y soy profesora de español y francés. Espero que te guste esta clase. Que lo pases bien.
Muy bien, ahora vamos a conocer a algunos antiguos alumnos de español.
I'm Kathy and I'm in my third year studying French, Spanish and Catalan at Cambridge.
Hi, my name is Emma. I'm studying International Business with Spanish at Sheffield Hallam University.
Hi, my name is Emma and I studied A-level Spanish at Hudson Essex in the years 2017 and 2018.
I'm Charlotte and I currently study French and Spanish at UCL. I've just finished my second year and I'm hoping to go on my year abroad in September.
My name's Laura Winspear and I was in year 13 this year at Hudson Essex studying Spanish, French and Art and Design A-levels. I was the senior prefect for Spanish alongside Matthew.
I chose to study Spanish A-level firstly because I knew I wanted to do a language degree and that a language A-level would be a requirement to do so, but also because I thoroughly enjoyed Spanish GCSE. People who can speak more than one language have always inspired me. I think that languages are invaluable and can open doors to opportunities in the future, whether this be with regards to jobs or travelling.
So aside from obviously being really interested in the language and culture, I knew that having a language at A-level would be a big plus for getting a job in the future and also just for working, travelling and living abroad. And I knew that Spanish would be a good choice as a language because it unlocks so much of the world speaking Spanish, because obviously it's spoken not just in Spain but also in Latin America. And also to some extent I think I just wanted to go against the stereotype that English people are lazy when it comes to languages, and that they always expect English to be spoken to them. I wanted to study Spanish A-level because I really enjoyed it at GCSE and I wanted to progress with my language learning and obviously become more fluent, because languages are an incredible tool to have, and personally I liked the development of the actual language learning. Also, I think what really appealed to me about the course at Hudson Essex was the fact that it's kind of a complete mixture of subjects, all intertwined with Spanish. So you get aspects of sociology, politics, film, literature, all combined into one with Spanish, which I found was really interesting, and it kind of made every lesson different in a way.
I joined Hudson Essex in year 12 to study for my A-levels, and when I came to the sixth form open evening to look around, I was really impressed by the Spanish course that they offered and all the help that the teachers give you, and that was something that continued throughout my 2 years of study at Hudson Essex.
I chose to stay on at Hudson Essex to study Spanish because I knew this would be where I would be happiest and where I would receive the best teaching. I think the language department at Herts and Essex are wonderful. They love what they do, and I couldn't have imagined studying anywhere else.
And I chose Hudson Essex specifically for that because there was a lot of emphasis on independent study, pursuing things that you were interested in, and building skills, not just knowledge. So we had a lot of conversation practice, and that was very, very important for me when choosing to study Spanish.
My favourite part of the course was probably getting to study a play and a film. It was a completely different method of teaching to how languages are taught at GCSE, and I found it was really good to have a basis in how to approach analysing and reading texts before studying Spanish at university, because if that had been my first experience of it, it would have been really daunting.
One of the best parts of the course for me was all the help and support you get from the teachers. So, for example, I found the speaking the hardest part, and the Spanish department brought in a native speaker for both Year 12 and Year 13 every week for us to practice our speaking with them. I also enjoyed setting up the Year 7 Spanish Club, which we were encouraged to do by our teachers, and that was a really good experience and really fun to do.
My favourite part of the course was actually the trip to Salamanca that we did in the summer of Year 12. Our class, we all loved it. We stayed with host families in the city, and every day we'd explore the city. We'd get a lot of independence to do that. We'd have lessons in the language at the local language learning centre, and it was a great experience.
My Spanish A-level since leaving Hudson Essex has proven to just be invaluable in so many different ways. I didn't go to university when I left Hudson Essex. Instead, I went to Spain for a year where I lived and worked as an English teacher. And it was one of the most fantastic experiences of my whole life, and something I would never have done if it weren't for my Spanish A-level. Because that gave me the interest and the confidence that I needed to be pushed to go and do something like that.
I would say that Spanish has helped me greatly with my degree, and not only because of the language skills that I had acquired at Herts and Essex, but also because of the independent research project that I did as part of my speaking exam. I think this style of learning that gave us more independence and freedom is very similar to the way in which courses are taught at university.
And I would also say that even if you're not interested in taking Spanish further, studying a language to A-level can really help your communication skills, and it just makes you more receptive and open to different cultures, people and ways of life.
A couple of pieces of advice I would offer someone who's considering studying Spanish at A-level. The first is to try and keep up your Spanish in between finishing GCSEs and starting Year 12, because as horrible as that might seem, it really helps you to stop becoming rusty over the summer holidays. A second piece of advice I would give is to really develop your vocabulary and grammatical structures over the 2 years, as it really helps you to reach those higher marks.
My advice would be to immerse yourself in Spanish as much as you can over the summer before starting the A-level. I'd recommend using a platform like Netflix to watch Spanish series and films, because it's a great way to expand your vocab without even realising it, and that way learning never feels like a chore.
If I were to offer any advice to someone who is considering studying A-level Spanish, I would just say, do it, go for it. It's a very full course, there's a lot of it, but that's really the best thing about it, because there is something for everyone. And it's the most rewarding course I think you can see in your A-levels, because you see your own progress so much more clearly. And it offers so many more personal rewards than most subjects do. So I would say just throw everything you've got at it.
As our students have said, there are many reasons why you should study Spanish. It's fun, varied and intellectually stimulating. The nature of the course means it fits in with many other subjects such as geography, history, business studies, the arts, the sciences. And an A-level in Spanish will open doors to excellent universities and great career opportunities. In terms of the skills that you will develop, these include analytical thinking, problem solving, research skills, all of which will be excellent preparation for university study. Now let's have a look at the Spanish A-level course. We follow AQA specification, and the course focuses on the 4 skill areas of listening, reading, writing and speaking. In order to develop your listening skills, all lessons are in Spanish. We listen to a range of material from textbook passages to documentaries, films and music. The listening assessment is worth 25% of the overall mark and is based on listening to passages with a range of question styles such as multiple choice, longer answers in Spanish and written summaries. Much like listening, reading is developed through a range of material, including novels, articles and magazines, and we will also be launching a book club this year, which is very exciting. Assessment for reading is like the listening assessment, but also includes a translation into English. Writing skills focus on broadening vocabulary, expanding your grammatical knowledge, developing translation and essay writing skills. In the final exam, you write 2 essays on 2 different cultural topics and a translation into Spanish. Speaking is the area that most students are daunted by, but we have a huge success rate in improving speaking skills. All our lessons are in Spanish and always include discussion and/or debate. At Herts and Essex, you will also have one-to-one lessons every week with a language assistant and the opportunity to visit Salamanca to use your Spanish in real context. The speaking exam includes photo card style questions and also an independent research project which gives you the opportunity to focus on an area of Spanish that you are passionate about. One of the best things about A-level Spanish is the variety and breadth of topics covered. There is a huge emphasis on expanding your knowledge of the Spanish-speaking world. Topics such as equality of rights, regional identity and cultural heritage give scope for analysis, debate and deeper thinking. In each year there is a cultural topic covered, and in Year 12 we study the film El laberinto del fauno. In Year 13 the topics continue to be current, relevant and engaging, and for the cultural topic we study the play La casa de Bernarda Alba by Federico García Lorca. Ahora tienes la oportunidad de hacer una clase de prueba. En esta clase vas a ver diferentes temas de año 12, utilizar diferentes habilidades y ver lo divertido que es estudiar español. Para la sala de escape puedes utilizar recursos como Internet para ayudarte con los puzzles. Buena suerte y disfrute.